topic tonight. I can't wait to get into that. That's coming in just a moment. I had a couple of announcements I wanted to get through first. Center for Creative Retirement, one of our Historical Society members, Fred Rosenberg, handed me this. Fred is right there. Please pick up a brochure. They're a great group. They also have wonderful speakers, some of whom we have had, and we'd like to have some of their speakers come. So great group. They've got a really good program coming, a couple of good ones coming up. So pick up one of these on your way out. I promised him I would tell you about that.
And you can come for free the next two.
You come for free.
The 29th and the 6th of May.
Okay. Who doesn't love a free program? All right. Thank you, Fred. And also Leanne Bain, our community outreach chair, wanted me to mention to you, if you joined at the last meeting and did not get a poster, please see her, because you get a poster when you join, a Jonathan Green poster. So just let her know if you didn't get one. Okay. Thank you, thank you. All right, so let's kick off our evening with, okay, now I can tell you what this is for. Does anybody know? This is a nod to the British heritage of Robert Daniel, who we are celebrating tonight. He is our island namesake, if you didn't know. He, on Saturday, April 20th, will be 378 years old. Very exciting. I have to tell you a funny story because we're serving some cake in honor of him after the meeting tonight. And when I went to pick it up at Costco, I was checking out at the front, not even in the bakery, at the front, and they all knew about it. And they asked me about this cake, and they said that they actually were so curious when they were making it that they had to Google him, find out who he was. So of course I was thrilled. I'm like, great, more people know about Robert Daniel. This is exciting. So that was fun. So of course we do our history trivia, try to kick off our meetings with a little fun question. I thought, why not do one on RD? That's what I call him for short, RD tonight. Basically, you know a lot of this information about him. He is from England, as I mentioned. He and his wife and children are considered one of South Carolina's first families, as he was appointed deputy governor of the Carolinas Northern Colony in 1703, and later for South Carolina, I forgot to mention that, he served as deputy governor of South Carolina, the southern portion of the colony as well. But I thought an easy question for you tonight, because if you came last year, we actually covered this topic, so let's see who was paying attention. What rather famous, and I put or notorious, because once we heard about this group, we all were like, gee, they weren't very nice. But anyway, what group was he a member of when he settled in the Carolinas? Anybody? Leanne knows. The Goose Creek Men! Thank you, Ken. Okay, Ken got that right. All right, let's see if I can forward it. Yes, the Goose Creek Men, notorious because they dealt a lot with pirates and other, they got involved in other rather tumultuous situations. But basically, they were primarily English Barbadians who immigrated to South Carolina in the 17th century, seeking land and economic advancement. And of course, we know that Robert Daniel was among them. There's some other names you might recognize there, Arthur Middleton, etc. They had a lot of interest, but mostly economic was the main driver, such as the trade in Indian slaves and trafficking with pirates. So we had a really great program about that and learned all about their various antics and things that they used to be involved in. So Goose Creek Men, that's correct. All right, why is my clicker not working? Okay, I might have to get Tori to advance that for me. Thank you, Tori. Okay, so the other special thing that we want to focus your attention on tonight is this piece right here. I'm afraid to move away from the microphone. This is a very special piece. This is an artifact from the Powder magazine downtown. They're letting us borrow it. So we feel very special that they allowed us to remove this from the site and bring it here. I was so paranoid driving it over here. Yeah. This is about 100 years old, so not as old as Robert Daniel, but it does have ties to Robert Daniel. I'll move this. You can see from the front panel there, that is the Daniel coat of arms. This is a colonial tavern lantern. It was made in the style of colonial lanterns as a way to illuminate the Powder magazine when they opened it to the public back about 100 years ago. So they wanted something special that they could talk about, that could help them share the history, but would also help to illuminate the space in a unique way. So they created 4 of these. Oh, I went too far. 4 of these, electric actually, which this wiring, I can't imagine. That hasn't been changed. That's the original wiring on this. Modeled after the style, as I said, of colonial tavern lanterns. It was designed and painted by Alice Rutledge Felder, who was in the National Society of the Colonial Dames. And what I think is so important, and each side of the lantern has a coat of arms for a different governor that served. But what I find fascinating, this is a great little tie-in to our program tonight on fashion history in Charleston, This is Alice Rutledge Felder, who designed the lantern, wearing the Harriet Pinckney Horry dress, which is a very famous dress that is on display at the Charleston Museum. And she is a relative of the Pinckney family, if I'm not mistaken, a descendant, I should say. So we just thought that was a neat little tie-in to fashion history. And if you go back here to the room, this is the actual picture of the Powder magazine with the lantern. Look in the corner. There's the dress. It's on display, and now it is at the museum. So at the Charleston Museum, it's no longer at the Powder magazine. But I thought that was just a fun little fact to share. And this is also a fun fact. One of our board members recently toured a home down in downtown Charleston and came across this painting, which he was told by the owner is Robert Daniel, part of the family's private collection. We had never seen this portrait of Robert Daniel. So we were like beyond excited to think that A, it exists and that it's right here in Charleston. So thought I would share that with you since it's his special day. We would love to go see it in person ourselves. So kind of neat. Okay, a couple of quick announcements before we get to our program. The Hopsawee Plantation Tour and Lunch is coming up this Friday. If Rich Dorval would like to say anything about that. Rich, do you have an announcement about that?
Well, just very quickly, it's not too late to jump in on this. This is for members only. It should be a lot of fun. It's a charming 18th century plantation house. A lot going on. It's going to be, almost about a third off with our discount as a group. And again, it's not too late. If you're at all interested, see me before you leave. Give me your phone number and I'll send you more information about it.
Awesome, thank you, Rich. Yeah, that's going to be an amazing day. Fun event. And then Thursday next week, April 25th, we have Daniel Allen Arbor Day. This is a Charleston Parks Conservancy Day, but Daniel Allen Neighborhood Association and the DIHS Historical Society is assisting with this. Please come. I think it's free, right, Tori? Free. You get nature tree giveaway, talking tree sessions, guided tree ID walk. Lots of fun going on at the Daniel Allen Rec Center for this event from 9:30 to 2, and I'm going to be speaking briefly, I think, over the lunchtime period about Martha Daniel Logan, my other favorite person to talk about. So come to that. I think that'll be a lot of fun. And then when we finish up our season, we're going to meet back here May 21st for Stories from the Underground with Patrick Harwood. He's the author of a book by the same name. So I hope you'll join us as we close out our season, kind of end on a high note and take a break for the summer. Should be lots of fun, so we appreciate you guys supporting that as well. So now I'm going to turn things over to Ms. Thierman, and Leanne's going to come up and introduce her for you. We're super excited again about this program and this topic. She's done a fabulous job preparing this presentation for us. And then afterwards, please stay and have cake as we celebrate Robert's big day. Okay, thank you.